We're out here at our new stocker goat pasture. At the place we've recently been grazing with these stocker sheep and goats. We've been grazing some sorghum Sudan annual warm season crop field. Anyhow, basically we grazed that off and ran out of grazing there. We interseeded some cool seasons into that, but due to some operational issues, seed didn't get in the ground soon enough, and so anyhow, that's not going to be coming up for a little while. We've kind of been short on rain since we put that seed in the ground as well, so that didn't help matters either. But anyhow, so we were able to coordinate with another landowner, found a small pasture on the side of a hill that they don't utilize for grazing, just because it's too rough, too brushy for their livestock. Luckily for us, at least two sides of this pasture we're in has some really good woven wire fence around it, and then we were able to makeshift the rest with our 2 strands of polywire and temporary post. So we have these sheep and goats in here now. I will mention we sorted off all the nannies and nanny kids that were in this stocker herd. You know, we'd had billies turned out on them since late October, and we went ahead and rolled those animals into our main herd of nanny goats. And before we did that, we marked those sale barn animals by we notched an ear. Did a little bit different mark than what I generally do with my home raised nanny herd, so that we could tell, you know, we could differentiate those animals from our home raised animals when it comes time to kid out and get into next year, so that we can kind of recognize those animals for culling and keeping track of them. But we did take those animals. That was roughly a quarter of what we had here, and we hauled those over, like I say, to the big herd. And then the remainder, we've got roughly 62 animals here, about half wether goats and the other half ewes and ewe lambs. Still got a couple billies in here that we had turned out on those nanny goats, and they'll just remain here till we have time to get them out of here. But anyhow, you can see behind me these sheep and goats. They're resting up on these rocks. This is really a hillside that we're on. There's a lot of this winter grass coming up. You can kind of see behind me, good quality winter grass. Even got some coastal Bermuda that still hasn't froze out, at least up here on the hill or underneath these trees. So hopefully they can go to utilizing some of this and get some good out of it while we're here. Plan to hold on to these animals at least until right before Christmas. And then depending on grass and depending on some other things and the market, we might go ahead and turn them into cash, but not entirely sure. If we can make it work, we'd like to keep these ewes and ewe lambs around, maybe lamb them out this spring, but I'm just not sure how that's all going to shake out with our pasture and everything we've got going. But anyhow, they're coming along good. The sheep look excellent. The goats, not as excellent, but about half of them look really good. The other half are just okay. But you know, these aren't the best genetics. These are sale barn animals, that whole story. But all in all, once we got past our initial big death loss, which was due to a lot of our own self-inflicted mistakes, these animals are up and going well, and we're happy with them. So wanted to give you guys the update and let you know that we moved these animals to a new location for the time being, and that we're all doing good here, and we'll be talking to you in the next video. Talk to you soon. Bye now.